Gohan has had his power unlocked for a very long time now. It's been unlocked so long that he probably has a chance to become a lot stronger than Goku or Vegeta. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We upload videos weekly, trying to get more videos up more often. But please support us. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. But I want to talk about Gohan today. Gohan, like I said, he's had his potential unlocked ever since the Buu arc. That was a long time ago. Now, I know he had his time period where he got a little weaker. When Frieza in the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, Resurrection F, pretty much took him out easy. Everybody was like, oh, there goes the end of Gohan. When he chose his work over fighting, everybody, lost faith in Gohan. But it's slowly been building up for Gohan to end up having a moment. And he hasn't had a moment at all yet. Goku's always going to have his moments. Vegeta kind of had a moment. I mean, he's had a few, pretty decent moments. He had his moment against Frieza to where, he just looked completely overpowering for a bit. He overpowered Goku Black for a bit when he was in the Rosé form. Now, even Trunks had his chance to shine. And, the Trunks arc that just recently passed, I don't think anybody... I mean, there was some people that thought that Trunks would end up being the one that, defeated Zamasu, beat the merge Zamasu Goku Black fusion. But for the most part, though, I mean, especially when Vegito got brought out, everybody was like, oh, Vegito's just going to stomp this guy. And usually with the arcs, it's not really too obvious who's going to end up being the victor, like who's going to end up beating the bad guy. And a good example of that would be a long time ago when Goku was fighting Cell. Everybody thought, okay, maybe Goku's going to have something up his sleeve or something. But ended up Gohan, had this power that he had kind of tapped into. And Goku knew that if he could just tap into it again, they'd be completely fine. Now, I made a video about how Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super are paralleling a lot, and there's a lot of similarities. I'll leave the link to that below. But there has been some people that said that this arc so far, it's representing a lot the Cell arc, where it is a tournament. The Cell games were a tournament. Goku's feeling extremely confident, even though he doesn't know if he's the most powerful, which was just like against Cell. He was like, oh, I'm not sure if I could, completely win this thing. Now, it was kind of clear in a way that he could beat Topo, just because of his confidence, and he was like, oh, I'll show you what happens when I pass my limit. And Jiren, though, is way stronger than Topo, apparently, so we'll see what happens with Goku and Jiren. That fight's been hyped up, but I don't think that's going to be the final battle, because, one, it's not guaranteed. It could be, but it's definitely not guaranteed. And number two, Goku's put so much emphasis on Gohan, like, he's saying, oh, well, we have Gohan, so we'll be fine in the tournament. Don't worry about it. I think Goku was so impressed with Gohan's fight, and he was so impressed with Gohan, just the way that he just wouldn't stop fighting, and the way that even when he was poisoned, he fought through it and still ended up victorious. I think he was very impressed with that. I think he was just very impressed with his tactics, just his overall power. And like I said before, Gohan's had his power unlocked for a long time. Gohan has the potential to become exponentially stronger, way faster than most of the other characters. He's always been the guy to get the biggest power boost. He's always been the one that, he's just had like a huge explosion too. I guess it's not even like it's just through training. It's just, through emotion or through the situation, he goes crazy. Now, if you notice so far, Goku's not telling anybody about how the tournament is for the survival of the universe. All right? Spoiler alert right now, if you want to fast forward a little bit. But it's already been revealed that Goku's going to tell Android 18 that the prize money is like 10 million Zeni if they win the tournament. Goku's going to go around just BSing people, apparently, that the Tournament of Power is just for, a whole bunch of random things. For Zeni, whatever it is. Now, when will they find out about it? Who knows? Maybe they won't find out until they're there. But I think Goku, especially after seeing the way that Trunks had his transformation in his arc when he went Super Saiyan Rage, I think Goku, when he saw Trunks' power right there, I think that he pretty much figures now, oh, well, with Gohan being so strong, and he knows how strong Gohan is very fairly. When him and Gohan were sparring for a little bit, and Gohan was, great Saiyan man, Goku was pretty impressed. And, they both went Super Saiyan. They clashed pretty good. And Gohan was able to, keep up with his movements. And Gohan also, he's still very smart. And tactically, he's there. He definitely knows how to repower very well. I mean, when he was watching Goku and Toppo fight, he completely knew the entire time that Goku was fine. He could definitely sense that Goku has way more power that he hasn't tapped into. Now, Goku breaking his limits is definitely way different than Gohan breaking his limits. Everyone is putting a lot of emphasis on Goku breaking his limits, but Gohan, him breaking his limits isn't even that straining to him. Goku right now, if he powers up too much, the dude can die. He can end up just completely dead meat, brain fried, body fried. Even the great preset, if they keep powering up, like one of them will end up dead, in the last episode when they were powering up and Goku was exceeding his Kaioken plus Super Saiyan Blue potential there. Gohan, though, his potential is unlocked. So I'm assuming that means his body can pretty much take any kind of increase possible. Obviously there's probably going to need to be some training there, but I just believe that like I said before, if he had Super Saiyan Blue, he'd be able to master the Kaioken with it a lot quicker, just because his potential's been unlocked. Now, with Gohan's potential being unlocked, I don't think that he'll even need necessarily some training to get a God form, although that would be really cool. I would love to see that. I think a lot of people would love to see him with a God form. But in a tournament like this, especially where Goku's already hated, by all the other universes, it wouldn't surprise me if, right when the tournament starts or during the tournament, maybe something happens where, even Universe 7, like, everybody just goes against Goku. They find out that the entire time it's just about the universe being on the line, and then maybe they don't even do any training in the hyperbolic time chamber, and then they all blame Goku. Oh, if you would have told us that these were the stakes and we would have trained in the time chamber, like, now we're all going to die because of you, and etc. Maybe Gohan, knowing that he knew himself that these were the stakes, maybe towards the end of the tournament, if it's just like Goku and Gohan or something, or he even sees Goku defeated, Gohan maybe will have a moment where he's had moments before where, like when he first turned into a Super Saiyan, he starts thinking, man, like, I've always had to depend on everybody. I've just been depending on my father for so long. Everybody's, going against my father. However, I know that he was just trying to keep everybody calm. He had good intentions, and maybe I could have helped save the day. Maybe everybody, the entire team wouldn't have been eliminated so far in the tournament if I would have told him about the stakes. And this is my fault. Maybe he'll get a huge bearing on his shoulders, and then that'll just make him explode into that Super Saiyan Rage kind of mode, just like how Trunks did, where he just kept thinking about the blame and thinking about all the consequences of his actions. Because if Gohan almost has not as much responsibility, but he does have a responsibility on his shoulders for not telling anybody. He could tell Vegeta next episode, hey, just so you know, these are the stakes of the tournament, everyone's gonna die. But Gohan's listening to his father. He trusts his father. His father trusts him. And it's kind of weird, too, because, I know Gohan really, really trusts his dad. But at the same time, he's very confident in himself, where he's like, oh, yeah, we can do this. We can get Master Roshi and be very competitive. And he's definitely tapping more into his Saiyan genetics. Like, he even admitted, oh, maybe I am a Saiyan. I'm getting excited with all this fighting and just the thought of challenging or feeling the challenges of these opponents and these battles, and maybe that's just what's gonna drive him. Maybe he's just gonna go into this rage of man, like, okay, now's my time to step up. I'm liking this fight. You know, kind of like how where Zamasu was since you know he was a prodigy and he was a god and he was able to master the Zenkai boost very well. With Super Saiyan Rose to where he was just continuously getting powerful. Maybe Gohan could do something like that where because of his potential, he can, you know, maybe get like a huge boost of power like during a tournament, maybe just through the fighting itself, because the fighting is pretty much training. But that's probably unlikely. I think it's more likely that he's just going to end up transforming out of emotion or something. But definitely, though, there's a lot of parallels with the Cell arc. Gohan's going to go in, trusting his father, just like how he did before. Goku's extremely confident, but just like the Cell arc, Goku's going to have, you know, this little hidden secret or, like, you know, this backup plan that, hey, if I fail, Gohan's the go-to guy. So it's going to be really interesting. Hopefully we see Gohan with some, you know, like a new form, whether it's Rage, even if it is Super Saiyan God. I mean, that'd be really cool too. But I think a lot of fans in general and a lot of Gohan fans just want to see Gohan have his moment. I mean, even after this arc, he can go back to being a dad. But it would be really cool to see him step up. Even though a lot of the advertising is for Goku. I mean, we all love Goku. I wouldn't mind Goku being the guy. But definitely there's a lot pointing at Gohan being the man. And that's why I think he has a good chance. If you guys have any other thoughts, let me know below. Please subscribe if you love Dragon Ball. And also give this a like if you do like this video, okay? Thank you.